Isn't it a cruel twist of fate that the very success, the very dedication it takes to become one of the absolute best in the world at what you do, can pull you away from the most important people in your life? We celebrate the dazzling passes, the clutch shots, the longevity, but we rarely see the quiet cost. Tonight, we're looking at a potential seismic shift in the NBA landscape, driven not just by XS and OS, but by the profound human desire to simply be home. Could the call of family finally bring a 12-time All-Star, a true floor general, to the team he was once destined to join? Get ready, because the story of Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Lakers just got a whole lot more emotional. Welcome back to our exclusive coverage. The NBA offseason is heating up, and while the dominant narrative around the Los Angeles Lakers has been their seemingly endless quest for a big man, a game-changing center to anchor their defense and provide scoring punch down low, let's be honest, this roster needs more than just size. They need depth, they need veteran savvy, and they desperately need consistent playmaking. Yes, they have incredibly versatile guards like Austin Reeves, the basketball savant Luka Doncic, who, let's face it, can run an offense better than most point guards, and the unparalleled LeBron James, who at his age still possesses elite court vision. They can initiate offense, but adding another elite facilitator could elevate this team to a completely different level. And that's where the name Chris Paul enters the conversation, a name that has been inextricably linked with the Lakers for what feels like an eternity. We all remember it, don't we? The blockbuster trade back in 2011 that would have sent CP3 to the purple and gold, only to be controversially struck down by then-Commissioner David Stern in a move that sent shockwaves through the league. It was the trade that almost happened, the what-if that has haunted Lakers fans and basketball purists alike for over a decade. Now here we are, 20 years into Chris Paul's illustrious career. He spent this past season with the San Antonio Spurs, a team undergoing a youth movement, a team far from contention. And while he was a consummate professional doing his job and mentoring young players, the distance from what truly matters most became increasingly apparent. Chris Paul's family, his wife, his son, his daughter, they live in Los Angeles. Paul recently sat down on the Pat McAfee show and spoke with a raw, honest vulnerability that you don't often hear from elite athletes. He didn't talk about stats or championships. He talked about the profound personal cost of his career. Listen to his words, because they are powerful. My son just turned 16. My daughter is 12. The past 6 seasons, I've lived without them. I go to San Antonio, Phoenix, Golden State. They were in Houston with me, Oklahoma City. I've been around a few teams, but I've been away from them the last 6 years. It's a little different. That's the conversation. 6 years. 6 years of missing school plays, birthday parties, everyday moments that you can never get back. That kind of sacrifice, even for a Hall of Fame career, takes a toll. And it was in this context, this deeply personal reflection, that he articulated his future hopes. He followed up by saying, and this is the quote that has set the NBA world buzzing, "I want to hoop because I love to hoop, but at the same time, I want to be dad. I want to be dad. And being dad means being in Los Angeles. This isn't just a player looking for a new team. This is a man, a father, openly expressing a desire to be closer to his family." And when you combine that with the Lakers' needs, the historical connection, and the personal relationships involved, this becomes a story with incredible potential. Let's talk about the basketball fit. It's almost surreal to think about, but LeBron James, entering his 23rd season, is the exact same age as Chris Paul. They are remarkably the 2 oldest players currently active in the NBA, but age, in this case, seems to be just a number for CP3. While he's not the explosive scorer he once was, his court vision, his basketball IQ, and his passing remain elite. He averaged 7.4 assists per game this past season. That ranked 7th in the entire league. Think about that. A 39-year-old point guard, still one of the top 10 facilitators on the planet. And perhaps even more impressively, and a testament to his conditioning and durability, he played in all 82 games for only the 2nd time in his career. And let's not gloss over the relationship between Chris Paul and LeBron James. They are not just peers. They are incredibly close friends, brothers off the court. They came into the league around the same time, they've shared countless experiences, and they have a deep mutual respect. Do you honestly believe that LeBron wouldn't welcome the opportunity to play alongside his friend, a player with Paul's basketball genius, on the same team? It's not just likely. It feels almost inevitable that LeBron would be advocating for this move behind the scenes. Now, if Chris Paul were to join the Lakers, the most probable scenario is that he would come off the bench. This is the primary hurdle. Chris Paul has been a starter for almost his entire career. The only time he didn't start was last season with the Golden State Warriors, but that was a situation he was traded into. He didn't have a choice. As a free agent this summer, he does have the power to choose his destination and potentially his role. Will starting be a deal breaker for him? That's the big question mark hanging over this possibility. However, if being in Los Angeles is his absolute priority, then accepting a bench role on a team with championship aspirations, playing alongside his best friend, and under a head coach he knows intimately might be a compromise he's willing to make. And that brings us to another crucial connection, JJ Redick. The Lakers' new head coach played 4 seasons alongside Chris Paul on those exciting, high-flying Clippers teams. They built a strong bond and a deep understanding of each other's game. Paul knows Redick's offensive philosophy, his terminology, and his expectations. He could be an invaluable extension of Redick on the court, helping to implement the system, guide the offense, and mentor the younger players. And what about the money? Chris Paul has earned a significant amount throughout his career. At this stage, if his primary goal is location and family, is a maximum contract necessary? Could he be willing to take a veteran minimum deal to play for the Lakers and be in Los Angeles? It's a distinct possibility. For a player with his financial security, the value of being home every night, of being present for his children, might outweigh the difference in salary. Just imagine it. The point guard, finally in the iconic purple and gold, running the second unit with precision, stepping into close games alongside LeBron, providing leadership, playmaking, and that signature competitive fire. The dream scenario that was ripped away from us years ago could finally materialize. It would be more than just a signing. It would be the culmination of a long, winding, almost poetic narrative. This isn't just another offseason rumor, folks. This is a story about a legendary player, a devoted father, and a team that desperately needs what he can still provide. Chris Paul wants to be dad, and dad lives in Los Angeles. The stars seem to be aligning. Could we finally see CP3 wearing a Lakers jersey? Could this be the move that truly changes their fortunes? We want to know what you think. Is Chris Paul to the Lakers a brilliant move, or are there too many question marks? Let us know your take in the comment section right now. Your opinions fuel our coverage. And if you're as captivated by this possibility as we are, do us a massive favor. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You don't want to miss a single update as this story unfolds. This is just the beginning of a potentially historic offseason. For our exclusive sports desk, I'm your name/channel name. Stay tuned, because the NBA never sleeps.